Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Friday, my beautiful people. Welcome to the stream. If you're new, welcome. And welcome all the regulars, of course. So, what happened here? Well, NASDAQ, we had a all-day up day, spent essentially like we predicted yesterday. Pretty interesting there. I mean, we caught buys in the morning, called out a second buy. That did work out as well. But now we're fading a little bit, right? So I'm sure people are thinking, is this a TGIF setup? Or, are we going to go for this buy side up here? Right? And I do think that probably we are going to go for this. Will happen today? I don't know. Perhaps I'll wait for next week to tap it on a Monday and then Monday high of the week. I don't know. It doesn't matter because we just play what we're given, right? So there are two trains of thought here, right? This is the weekly candle. We've pretty much been up every single day, right? We did not take any liquidity on Monday from Friday. We did not on Tuesday either. Wednesday we did, just came back into like a 4-hour. Yeah, and then we surged, and then Thursday was straight up. So we do have a lot of liquidity lower, but, it's all about, I'm going to mark out 10 a.m. We have 10 a.m. news. It says moderate, but oftentimes it could be volatile. So the preliminary Michigan consumer sentiment statement, right? So I guess the question will be really, how are you going to react to, even here, this is a 4-hour, or like this. This is a 4-hour that we can dip into and perhaps have a reversal to the upside. Or are we just going to, let's see where 20 to 30% of that weekly candle is. And did we already hit it is the question, right? Okay, so I don't need these on the weekly anymore. Pretty much we called out earlier in the week. It closed above this on the weekly fair value gap and daily, right? This was a major clue, us closing here very strongly. CPI I thought would be much stronger, but it turns out the next day was. So let's mark out that weekly candle from the high to the low. And then I put my little weekly retrace template, which just shows 20 to 30. And 50. So where is that at? Let me extend that line to the right. I don't think I need to fill the lines in. Okay, let's see. Does that line up with anywhere on the 4-hour? Not really. Maybe the midpoint is 30%. Anyway, we will be doing a giveaway later in the stream. Because early in the week, you guys did get the trivia questions right. And yeah, why not? It's Friday. It's a good time. You guys, I hit my head again yesterday. You can see it. It's a little bump. I do have a little bit of a headache. So, not sure. See how I'm feeling for entering trades and such. Do my best. Let's see. Let's see on ES as well. That's not what I wanted. But yeah, yesterday my first ever podcast premiered. Pretty fun. So we might have some new people here. Or ICT just mentions me like pretty often during his live streams, which I appreciate. Always nice to have support from the mentor and from the community. Yeah, so ES didn't even hit this either. I would have loved, like, for cells, if one of us, if we had an SMT at the high, really, if like NQ took out this high and ES didn't. And sort of like what happened in 2022 of March or May. I think probably May. We looked at it yesterday. I'm getting a Milano cookie out. It's like a good luck charm nowadays. You know what I find interesting actually here on ES? This volume imbalance. So actually it would be good in the future if for short idea, if NQ took out that daily high here and ES didn't, but it reached up into this little volume imbalance again and then rejected, then I would probably start looking for shorts down again to this 60-day low on NQ. But that's all for still future outlooks. Today is different. We didn't hit that. But I don't really see any higher time frame point of interest for me right now for the long side, if that makes sense. Like, we came into this hourly on ES. That's basically it. We're still in this hourly on NQ. This is 4 hour. Hourly is this. So really, just waiting. Probably waiting until 10 a.m. I do think probably that will give us some more guidance. Let's think about where we are in relation to midnight open and 8:30. I think we're below both prices probably. Well, 8:30 opens this? No. This? Okay. Midnight open is right here. Just kind of looking at how London made a high there. Oh man, I think London took out Asia high and low, so that makes everything kind of difficult. Yeah. You had an expansion during London. Okay. Y'all are wild. Like commenting on what I'm doing. Every little thing. Someone said sugar makes impulsive. I can't have a little treat. I can't have a little cookie. And I can't drink water out of a plastic bottle. Sue me, bro. Okay. I have Stanley's. It's just, this is the easy thing to grab. So, kind of interesting here that this was the 20% of the weekly candle, and we did pause there. What about with ES? I do remember like September, it's typically bearish sentiment-wise. Seasonality, I mean. Okay. It's in September though. Okay, weekly. ES. Didn't tap, it became close enough, I think. Wait, did I mark it out correctly? Yeah. Just use control on your keyboard and it'll act as a magnet. Okay. Well, this is what we got on the 15. It makes it difficult to be looking for longs in the sense of did make jagged highs during London and we had an expansion during London. So even though we're overall, in my humble opinion, still bullish, we have BISIs below us. Like we could potentially we can come down into here and here in the hourly and the 4 hour. In that regard, what would I be looking for? I don't know, because it's pretty tough, tough, large run to the downside already. We'll see what happens at 10, essentially. 10 o'clock will be moderate news, so I'll make that little thing orange. Nah, I don't like that color. Okay. Hit that like button. Let me think for a moment. Oh, I have coffee here. I just took my dog for a walk while listening to your podcast. My dog was wondering why I walked for so long today. That's funny. Yeah. It's a long 1.5-hour podcast. I did one more podcast. It'll come out in I don't know when. Today, are you bullish? The thing is, yeah, I'm overall bullish until we take out that buy side here on the daily. But what are my expectations for today? I think we could come all the way back up here. That's true. How much did we dip so far? But I would need something like, I don't know, obvious. We only did 265 points so far in the daily. So if we're going to go back up higher, we would just need another 80 points from there. I don't think it's out of the question. But, we can mark out this 15-minute or 5-minute. There are a lot of 15-minute SIBIs here stacked, which makes it high resistance to do that, right? And I wouldn't really feel FOMO if we do surge up to here. Like, we are then going to form bullish breakers and have balanced price ranges below us to potentially go for higher. I'm not going to be worried. rather not take the lower probability setup here because we could just fade. There's not really an NQ. You can see it's weaker so far. Let me think about what are the... I do think Tesla's probably going for these highs up here, honestly, you guys. Look at the 4 hour. Right? It's respecting on the 4 hour bullish order flow. I think it's going to go higher. So, that's only a small part of the NASDAQ, but let's look at NVIDIA's flat so far on the day, but it's been a leader. Let's see on the 4 hour. Yeah, it has buy side here to go for. So I'm still overall, bullish on NASDAQ. I'm not going to be fading this. Question is how am I going to find a setup that's good risk reward essentially, right? Or it's just framing the setup. I don't think I did that. I don't want this anymore. Okay. Yeah, okay. So let's see. This hourly chart is looking quite strong in ES. It's probably, with 18 more minutes, probably going to close back above that. And it did dip into here. Hourly. Did I have a 5-minute market structure shift? Yeah. Hourly 5-minute market structure shift, and it's definitely following bullish order flow here on the 5. It's a bit cleaner in NQ, surprisingly, right? If I were a budding woman and just how the structure's gonna look like, it's probably gonna be kind of like this, difficult wicks, but then probably gonna be a random large candle going up higher when it's finally ready. For NQ at least. Quite the interesting wick there. So I'm basically going to wait until after 10. There's orange folder news. And we have SIBIs above us on NQ. Right, so it could potentially, this could be a roadblock. And it could dip back again in this area. If it doesn't come back, it's not really, looking impressive, with strong displacements to the upside on the 15 here. At the moment, right, this is the first 15-minute candle about to close, and long wicks on both sides. You don't really like to see that. Quite the indecision candle. So, let's see on ES how that looks different. Please explain the fib retracement levels. 20 and 30% for TGIF Friday. Essentially, just every single day was up close candle, very bullish. We didn't take out any lows. Right, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, where you can anticipate the weekly candle's wick being formed. For us to go back to internal 20 to 30%. We did already on NQ though. So, some people might want 30%. Where is that going to look like on the weekly though? I still think we closed pretty strong on the weekly. and we still have buy side left, so I'm not really... If there's a short, I'm probably going to miss it, you know? So I'd rather just wait for the long then. But again, right, if you want like a good like A+ long, easy long buy setup, right? When do those happen? It's pretty much when you only spend a little bit of time below the opening of the candle. You only have a little bit of time on the Judas to the downside. So we'll see how it goes, essentially. And you could look at like CPI day, how, you know, we didn't have much energy left on after we just took that high of day again, because we spent like an hour going lower first, right? Even though we were all overall bullish this day. No, we just hit like new high of day, and that was my last target. Even though I had more targets up here, you can see we spent like an hour, going to the downside first. Meanwhile, here you can see, right, on 9:30, I mean, we just spent like no time. We had like a 15 point just down surge and then completely bought up. That helped me with narrative and finding a buy somewhere here. So just developing narrative at the beginning of the morning. You know, it's like bias. I'm pretty bullish, but like narratives, like how are you going to get there? How are you going to get there? Is it going to be an easy run up? I don't think so. So then what do you do? And I'm kind of cautious. / might not even take the trade if it doesn't present well, you know? Like, look at these ugly wicks. We're not going anywhere on NASDAQ right now. People are probably going to get frustrated for the first hour of the day or so. So I'm not pressing any button then, you know? Stay on the 15, you won't get messed up. You won't be chopped. So, let's think here. PTSD, someone said. How long did it take me to become profitable? 3 years. For the first, it was very on and off for the first year. For the first year, I was profitable, but because, you know, it was a bullish market. And then I gave money back slowly, but still gave money back and lost money during like 2022, and then into 2023. And then I switched to ICT concepts like March 2023. And now I've been trading ICT concepts for 2 years now. Oh, wait, March 2022. Sorry. March 2022. Yeah. Okay, yeah. 2022 mentorship, class of 2022. Woo! I never did any private mentorship with him. Found him after the fact. Okay, well, I'll go ugly. As expected, though, right? So that's how we measured expectations here. It's likely that this will be a roadblock, right? Because we have hourly Cibi too here. Wait, is it here? A small one. And here too, right? Because London expanded to the downside. Jagged edges here. It's much easier if they're smooth and if there's a swing high that's closer by. That could be a breaker, but this is so far away. It's like once you hit this, it might even reject from here and like retrace deeply again. So that's what I'm thinking about. It's a high resistance liquidity run day, unfortunately. Right? By now, if we were low resistance, we would probably already be up here. And people would be FOMOing. So kind of stick to the 5 and the 15, then you'll have a much easier time. You can even just demand a displacement on the 5 at least. Right? And then that's going to help your win rate, actually. On those high resistance liquidity days, like don't, if it's just a 1 minute candle, it could just be easy sweep and reversal. See how it reacts to that high of day. Probably just a sweep and a reversal or something, I don't know. Or is it going to displace? I think more likely sweep again, retrace again, like boring, choppy action that I do not want to be losing money in. And that's the thing about my stream. I don't encourage gambling. I'm actually telling people to be careful and don't be a degenerate, and I say when it's probably going to be choppy. And you can see here, right? It's absolutely no energy back to the upside, and no sustained energy to the downside, really, right? You can see on the 5, we're not closing below any swing low or anything. So let's see here. There's 5 minutes. There's 4 minutes left in this candle. How is it going to treat that? ES is a little bit cleaner. Like we had said, sort of is following that bullish order flow there. To an extent, though, still here at 925. Came very close to the swing low. It still didn't, like, it inverted this and didn't come back and fail it, so decent there for ES. Much better than NQ. Like, meaning that we actually have displacements on the 5 for ES, but it didn't really, since the open, it did not retest it. So I would have missed that anyway. Kind of, yeah, chopping still. Was chopping these SIBIs. Yeah. And these aren't even, this is not even a swing high anywhere. Like this one is kind of, yeah. But like, you know, not really that high quality since the swing high is higher. I don't know. I think this is a more quality swing high type of situation. This type of thing, and can just like reach into this, and that's trendline liquidity, and fade from here. High resistance type of things. I don't know, we'll see. But NQ is really certainly not strong. It's not even above this. Never mind displacing above, right? It's uggo. Let's see. 1 more minute left there. How much time do you spend on charts other than live, Tanya? Not much. Not much anymore because I spent enough time during my development. I like my freedom. Yeah, so, but like the beginning when I was learning, I was spending like, 40 hours a week on charts for sure, 50 hours at least, all day pretty much. And then, 2 to 3 hours after market. So like, yeah, 10-hour days. I don't know. But, you get really fatigued. I don't really... Listen. Study smart, right? Don't like, studying more longer time doesn't mean that you're going to retain as much information, right? I kind of was just watching price action all day because how I could. And, mornings are way better than afternoons. I don't really trade the afternoons anymore. I'm done with that. Like, mornings are the best. That being said, today, if you think that it's high resistance in the morning, the afternoon could provide lower, easier easier setups, but I still don't really think so because of the setup is ugly, right? I don't know how, I don't really have high expectations at all, like I said. Like, look at this chop. Ugly, ugly. Look at that. Ugly. Couldn't even... Yo, you're so weak, NQ. You're, like, bullying NQ today. Bro, couldn't even reach this one. Right? And like I said, right? So this could be just trendline liquidity here. Right? Trendline liquidity. And we're already tapped into it. That's why it's, like, risky on the long side as well. That's funny as hell. Okay. Bullying NQ today. Let me think right now. Where's my phone? I'll check my messages to see if there's any good questions in the chat. I'm gonna get the giveaway started soon for part 1 of it. Can you explain the importance of midnight open, please? It's just a reference, right? In regards to if you're bullish, right, and you're below midnight open, that means you're red on the day, right? Typically. Especially if 8:30 open is low. Anyway, so then if you're bullish and you're and your model presents a buy and you're below midnight open, you know, it's typically a good frame of reference in regards to, okay, we're not really in a premium yet, even though some people might think you're in a premium in regards to the 4 hour and whatever, but if structure indicates a shift and price is balanced and you're below midnight open, like, hey, you could try it out, essentially. Provide some confluences, you know, if you're below midnight and 8:30, or, you know, if you're above it and you're bearish, you know, provides like a frame of reference, like, oh, there's plenty of price action left to go all the way back up here. That being said, what's 570? Is that the, that's probably just the indices open, right? I don't know what they, oh, probably 6 p.m. Yeah, 6 p.m. open is what they do on the daily charts. Okay. But, like I said, right? It's very high resistance. Look at this second 15-minute candle. It didn't go anywhere. We didn't go anywhere. People are getting chopped. Not me, though. Call an ambulance, but not for me. I think this is one of the best skills to have, right? You don't have this when you're a beginner trader, when you can anticipate when it's going to be a choppy session or not, right? How do you determine? Okay. London, large expansion lower. And I have a bullish bias, but we have many roadblocks in the way. We don't have equal highs on the buy side liquidity. We have very jagged edges. Okay, look at all this jaggedness. So you don't really know where it's going to reject from. It could reject from many different places, essentially, and it's not an easy hold at all. Like, you don't even know. I wouldn't even be surprised if we start, like, just taking you low and have some ugly SMTs of ES, and then you're going to have another situation where another indication of high resistance liquidity is when you have the indices are all out of sync. For example, let's see, you know, NQ's near its lows, ES is near its highs. Well, NQ's kind of in the range, but it's probably going to get closer here. And then what's the Dow doing? It's doing its own thing. It's kind of the same as ES. You have the Russell 2000 is all the way. You know, that's a nice example. Although I don't trade it, we can show this on the screen for a second. That's a nice example of a low resistance liquidity run because there are equal highs at the highs for the Russell 2000, which are small caps, right? You see, it's way different structure in that regard. These were equal highs. that once you kind of, I would still wait until this all gets inverted, even like this, you see? Once this got inverted here, just smooth sailing, dipped right back into it, and then smooth sailing back to the upside. Yeah, the Russell. Although I don't trade it, but that's a nice case study in that regard. How I would have liked the other indices to look like. So, meanwhile, you can look at, ES and NQ, totally different structures here. See the jagged on the highs. So the way back up is not going to be smooth sailing, essentially. And, what am I kind of looking for on NQ? Well, at least a 5-minute displacement. Which means I want like a 5-minute close above a high with a fair value gap. And it's not really giving it, right? It's not. Yes, just like did give it, but like we talked about, was this a 15? Yeah. I don't know what I did here. So this is that little swing high on the 15. Did it tap it? This is why I prefer, instead of using trend line, I prefer using the horizontal ray. Because for the trend line, it doesn't show if you put the price labels, it'll show 2 of them. Because for trend lines, you can do that, right? So then it'll show both of them. Nah, if I'm just using horizontal, I'm just going to do this. Which one was on? This one. Okay, so now it's starting to displace over a 15-minute high on ES. Yeah, ES much stronger here. But all in the grand scheme of things, we're just flat on the day, literally plus 0%. To put things in reference, there's no need to FOMO this. No need. And look at NQ, you're being ugly again. Failure to close above a 5-minute swing high again. We'll see, 2 minutes left, but it's not looking pretty, really. It should be already here, essentially, if you want a nice one. Oh, this was a 10 a.m. news. Yeah. And I said, is it going to help us by giving us some kind of market showing its hand? It's not. It is not, unfortunately, here. We just took some buy side on ES and, not really a strong close there. So we could probably just slowly grind, chop up, and I don't really care to be part of something like that, right? We'll see how this closes, though. It's still looking bad, though. Let's see, NQ. It's not really, it's not even a breaker block to close above, so I would probably wait. I would wait for another 5-minute candle to see if that even turns into a fair value gap, and probably won't. So managing expectations in that regard. Yeah, it's not closing above. We're bullying NQ today. But you have to know when to keep the powder dry. In that regard, know when to put the brake pedal on your mouse button where you don't take a trade, and you have to know when to lay on the gas. Anyway, so let's start the giveaway, essentially. Okay, so step 1 must be subscribed to my channel. And step 2, you gotta have an account with My Funded Futures. No purchase necessary, just that you have an account with them. So that's how they're gonna add the 50K. We're going to do 5 50K starter accounts. You can see freaking NQ. You couldn't even close above this. Ugly, bro. You're ugly. Maybe this one. Sure, I'll bring it to this one. It did a little bit. So we'll see if this ends up creating a 5-minute FEG. Listen, I would love for that to happen. Maybe I will then find a nice trade if it starts inverting everything, right? But maybe it will. That'll be great for me. I'll be happy. But I'll stay out otherwise. So it closed above this a little bit. It's still not really looking energetic here. We'll see. But we'll see if that ends up forming a 5-minute FEG. Of course, if it's so strong and it inverts this, maybe you'll have to take another look at whether to use this PD array as the point of interest instead of that lower one. Because then everything is sort of balanced. If it finally starts expanding, it might be good. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so let me put the link in the chat where you can make an account. So giveaway step 1 instructions. Must be subscribed to Tanya Trades on YouTube. Okay, I'll just pin that. Anyway, so what's happening in the Russell? We're holding above decently. You know, this kind of happens a lot in NQ where also on a Friday. Look, I'm pretty sure this happened last Friday too. It chops until like 11 and then finally has that move up, like after stopping all these people out that got stopped out, right? So let me look at that actually for an example. Was it last Friday? Probably. I think did I get chopped on Friday? I think so. And it's fine. Lessons learned. Let's see here. Friday. Yeah. You see this? You see this? I'm sorry. All right. If you had this buy side marked out, let's say you were bullish, but same freaking scenario here. Literally the same scenario. You have these SIBIs here and really just lack of displacements where a 5-minute displacement not happen anywhere, right? Finally it did here. But look at that huge retracement. And then literally here, it wasn't even after 10:45 is pretty much where it showed his hand, but this is so ugly a retracement. You know, I can't even say much about this. It's just very similar to what we have now, right? Is this not the same structure here? So I'm predicting chop suey, whatever you say. Let's see. That's very. This is not convincing. What the hell? Let's all laugh at NQ together while staying safe. Essentially, this is a masterclass in high resistance liquidity runs. No, thank you. What am I eating? Milano. Double milk chocolate cookies. I always get double milk chocolate. You guys said and you're right. I think I did lose weight. You guys did. Someone said I lost weight when they saw the photo of me at the podcast. First off, no. And someone was even like, did you take Ozempic? I'm like, what? The internet's crazy, bro. I've always been a skinny legend. But I do forget to eat sometimes. I just get caught up. I don't really get hungry. So, I'm gonna eat my cookie. All right, let's see how this goes here. I mean, it's just really not still... I'm not convinced by any of this. Fugly. Sorry. So you have that little fair value gap. Considering, though, this is below the swing high, and we'll see how this goes. Is it going to close above this? Then might not retrace to there. We have 3 minutes left in that candle. And we'll see here in the 15. Bro, I would love to find a nice, easy, long setup, but even here, you have a freaking hourly fair value gap. Yeah, I think I'd wait. I'll wait until literally, I don't know. This is 48 minutes left in this hourly candle. Gonna have this as a reference for sure. ES is totally different. It's already above that, I think, right? Yeah. But it did dip. Look at that. High resistance. It's basically getting hit by all these roadblocks here on the upside, right? First. So that being said, it could just find something on a lower time frame and bounce on, but I don't really see anything here that's a strong support. So, it can go for this trendline liquidity here. Lower, and then, freak people out or whatever. See here. How did that look like? I thought we tapped into it. Did we tap into it at all? NQ? No. Interesting. I feel no pressure to take a trade. 0. It's probably won't even close above this. So ugly, bro. Hey, this is where you learn from your mistakes, pretty much, right? I've been through many chop session where I've, taken 2 or 3 losses before I was like, yeah, it's a chop session, right? You want to know before you take that loss. Biggest indication is no displacements, right? So like even here, like why would you take a buy here and put a stop here? There's no displacement at all, not even on the 1. Yeah, ugly. Staying safe on the 5 and kind of like looking at... This is where it's hard. Because you see lower time frame bullishness going into higher time frame bearish PDRAs, and those are your little roadblocks, right? And now you have to think, yeah, it probably will retrace somewhere, but I don't know where. Here on the lower time frame, it doesn't look that strong. So I anticipate I'd honestly anticipate this to get out. We'll see. Mental time 10-15 mental game reminder. Someone said higher time frame bearish not found. Yeah, I mean, sure. But the thing is you're bouncing between, so that's trapped order flow. Yeah, it's definitely is bullish, which is why I'm overall bullish. I literally saying I want this to get taken. But you do have a little bit. Can't say that this isn't high resistance liquidity run. Higher time frame bearish not found. So funny, bro. Okay. Someone said, ma'am, if you need 15-minute market structure shift, why are you looking at the 5? No, I require more like a 5. You could have, the thing for the ES would have been down here, the buy, but that's before the open. And it left this measuring gap out, left this breakaway here. I probably still wouldn't have taken that. This, it finally inverted, but not cleanly. Just not clean. This was 10 a.m. news. I said I wanted to wait until. Had this little pullback there. Okay. Now what? I don't know. We'll see how this reacts to this hourly. It'd be great to start closing above and being bullish. It would be. And then I'll find an entry, but I'm okay. I'm okay with not participating right now. First 15 minutes candle of the day, and then you finally had that displacement to the upside. Okay. The first 15-minute candles of this 10 a.m. hourly is very bullish, right? We finally came back above this candle. How is it going to close? Probably bullish, but I want to see, can you do ATR of hourly candles? Probably, right? Like the average range of an hourly candle. Yeah, the last 14 candles, sure. 60 points. Last 5. The thing is, then I probably wouldn't do that. Because, you're taking Asia into account. Let's put like the last 100 candles. Control Z. Oh, I hate when this happens. Okay. Interesting. You can see how the volatility really went down. So, the average range of the last 100 hourly candles is 80 points. We already did reach that. Okay. What was this here? I don't know what I marked out there. This swing high on the 5, yeah. I'm watching how this 15-minute candle closes. If it's really strong, right, we're probably not going to retrace down to here because all of this is going to be balanced. I'll think about it. But it's good then. It's good to start seeing finally displacements towards my bullishness, right? Like that's actually good. So I'm not feeling any FOMO because I said I'd wait. I'm really interested in how this 15-minute closes. I'll mark out 1050 macro. Perhaps I find something. Maybe I'll find something during that time. This 5-minute. Yeah, not my favorite structure, still. Essentially gonna have to use inversions. It's not gonna definitely drop down to here, but we'll definitely use this inversion and this fair value gap as a point of interest. I think that's a balanced price range. But that's only if I do wonder. No, we did close above that, so yeah, if this doesn't close very strongly above this, then we'll likely return to this area on NQ. And then I'll, look for longs, but I will not just buy anything. I'll wait for lower time frame shifts. Okay. Let's see. If this closes above here strongly, then we're not going to retrace here. Then I'll have to adjust. And we'll see at 1050 then what types of PD arrays are available to be part of a spool to the upside then, perhaps. Okay. This is BPR. I'm hungry, someone says. I'm hungry too. Not really, though. Okay. Let's see here. Let's just make sure everything's ready for me in case I do take a trade. Okay. 1 sec. Okay, I'm just making sure everything's good. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's going to close strongly. So I have this BPR marked out now. We have an inversion. We have a 15-minute fair value gap. I mean, we'll see in 5 minutes still. There's still 5 minutes left. It could still maybe, if this is an immediate rebalance to this high, here. It's not, so let's see here. What did I do? Why do I have so many lines here? I don't need this one. Okay. Yeah, no, probably not here. Okay. So it's gonna... Oh, we have 15 minutes left. I mean, so we'll even see if this is even a decent FEG here, but so I'll have the inversion marked out here, at least, with the, we'll see. We gotta see. Bum, 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 bum. I do have a headache, oh my god. From hitting my head on a kitchen cabinet. You guys see it? It's over here. It's on my Instagram story. Oof. I do have a headache. And I already had a concussion earlier, so it's not really good. Earlier this year. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so that's not looking too yummy here. So, thinking we retrace. I don't know how deeply we'll retrace here. Depends on how this is closing. But I'll have it marked out, and I'll then look on the 1 minute for a sweep of a low on a 1, and then a structure shift, because it's a 15-minute point of interest, right? We'll see. We have plenty of time. Plenty of time in the session. You see, like, this candle is an ugly. Finally, we have one displacement. You know, this one's not too amazing. Getting rejected here in the hourly fair value gaps. So I'll mark that out. Yeah, US is interesting. Yeah, I'll mark that out and then play from there. That's the process. Oh my god, that's not a good candle. So based on that candle close, I do anticipate it to retrace. It'll be kind of weird if we just do that, but then I'll probably miss it, and that's okay. Because my trading plan demands a pullback into this 15-minute. Literally, unless this 1 minute candle starts going wild. Then I'll just have to reassess based on balanced price action at 1050. Okay. By the way, you guys, I get some mad questions. Oh my god, I got a headache. Probably the bright light's not helping. Mad questions always like, what was it yesterday? Like, what is spooling? I don't know if that'll show up. BPRs. And my best thing to say, you know, because it's hard to search a specific topic if it's not in the title of a YouTube video, right? Go to this website, ictindex.io. I'm not going to type it in the chat, because if you're too lazy to even write that down or put it in, then you don't deserve it, you know. ictindex.io. That's an AI someone made that if you put in a question, you know, what is a macro? It's going to show you specific videos and specific timestamps in which ICT mentions these topics. Okay? I'm not putting it in the chat. I'll show you maybe on the screen here. Wait, let me go to the website first so you guys don't like. Okay. Right here. ICTindex.io. Okay, you go like exactly what is in whatever. What is a BPR? Okay. We maybe overloaded the website now by mentioning this. Wouldn't be surprised. Well, yeah, it takes a little while. Okay. BPR refers and everything here. Examples. And literally these little links will take you to those videos, tips. You get it? Requires experience, very true. Okay. All these little sources here are going to take you to his videos. So, do what you will with this. What is a turtle soup? Okay. Right here. Everything. Okay. Alright, so it had a bad close here. We're not retracing yet, so nothing for me here. I want a retracement. If we close above the previous one, I'm going to have to just look at 1050 macro. On the one, it's fine. But nothing for me in that regard. Very weird how now ES is sort of lagging and NQ is leading here. Interesting. I mean, just in this small 5-minute time frame, probably, like the last 5 minutes. But it is kind of weird. They've swapped roles for a little 5 minutes. No SMTs here. Okay, I'm simply looking for that retracement here now. I'm sticking to my plan, and literally, I definitely want to say, hey, that doesn't mean my plan's going to work amazingly, right? Because I might even get stopped out if everything works. Because that's a risk I'm taking, and I'm fine with it, right? But if it retraces in here, I have this fair value gap marked out. I'm looking for that on the 1 minute for us to take out a low into this. And then some sort of bullish PD array to be formed, whether that's going to be inversion or just a bullish fair value gap. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. Maybe a market structure shift. I don't know. So now I'm kind of switching to the 1 minute. This is my point of interest here. Because I don't need the 15 anymore. On the hourly, yeah, interesting. That's why we don't really chase, right? We already did do that, like, the average hourly candle's been like 80 points. We already expanded 100. So it makes sense that we're going to retrace back into this for a little bit. Okay. Man, I have a headache. Might not even take a trade. We'll see, we'll see. We'll see, says the blind man. But at least I think I did pretty well in keeping people safe from, like, trying shorts. I don't know. Okay. Well, people do what they want. I don't care. It's not my responsibility. This is not a signal service and whatnot. You get to see my performance, though. High resistance conditions. This is a thing, right? Even in high resistance conditions, we could literally retrace even to this one. We can retrace deeply, so I definitely don't want to get faked out. We could. we could potentially wick all the way down there. So I'm probably going to demand like a market structure shift on the 1. Yeah. I won't do I don't think I'll do inversion, depending. We'll see how it goes. We might not even retrace to here. We're managing expectations in all cases, right? If it goes higher and closes above the new high of day, then at 1050 I'll simply use this as like a balanced price range and put stops here and take that risk on to perhaps go back to midnight open. But for that, I would want to wait. Midnight open's kind of wild. I still kind of want it to retrace here. If it keeps going up higher, I might just miss the trade. I don't know. I'll see. Is it good to rub it or no? My head got a little bump on it. What is it? Oh, what is that like tune? It's like 10 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell down and bumped his head. Mommy called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." I didn't jump on a bed. I just hit my head on my kitchen cabinet because I was taking out stuff from my dishwasher. And I just do not have correct spatial awareness, and that's why I have many bruises on my legs as well. I don't know, is there a thing that you can like train yourself to have better spatial awareness? Because I don't want to like accidentally die. Seriously, it's like that's a risk. That's a risk. If I don't see something, trip over something, you can just sadly, okay, I'm thinking about this often. My eye doctor, rest in peace, Dr. Lee, she hit her head in the bathroom. She was living by herself, and, she died. She was in a coma for 3 days. And, sad, bro. I'm like, I don't want that. That's a risk. That could happen to me. That could happen to anyone. But especially if you're living, like, by yourself, I mean, it's gonna take a while for someone to notice that you're, gone. Anyway, I have to be better. Okay, so here we are back in this. Let's see how this goes, you guys. We're taking some lows out here. Preliminary trendline liquidity. Let's take out some more trendline liquidity. We good, but we took out some lows into this. Cool. Like I said, I'm demanding a market structure shift, so I'm actually going to demand like a swing high to get taken. I'm not going to do an inversion. It's not enough lows really taken out for that. I would want at least maybe this. I don't know. But we are dipping back into it. It looks promising. Okay, let's see ES. What's ES doing? Yeah. Promising. Not even an inversion will be created. Interesting. A tiny one. I'm not looking at that. I don't care if it comes up here again and displaces, then I'll take that. That won't be in a premium per se, okay? It's all relative. But other than that, it can continue to fall here. It could. But, I could also see people trying the shorts and getting stopped out because of this. If you're trying a 1-minute short from here into the 15-minute PDRA, like, you're trapped order flow now. It's difficult because this is a 15-minute fair value gap, right? It could potentially just bounce right here and people get stopped here. Okay, we'll see how this goes. I wonder if the inversion people are going to be taking if it inverts that. I personally won't be. I'll either wait for a bullish fair value gap or for a market structure shift. I don't think it's enough sell side for being taken for the inversions. I don't know. I'll ask the king of the inversions, Dodgy, later. Because I'm just interested. Let's see. Oh my god, Tanya mentioned Ryan. Everyone's gonna go crazy in the chat. I mean, it's kind of funny. But yeah, let's see if that, we're gonna have this marked out now, this 1 minute. Oops. Yeah, it rejected. See, no inversion even for the other people to get faked out. They did not, so, or not yet. So, good to see that. I would love to see like some more lows taken. Nice. We could even come back down here. This is a 5-minute order block. However, it would need to be quick. I wouldn't want it. It would need to be like a wick, because I would not want to get inverted. Really? I don't think so. Yeah. You really want this to be a quick dip into this BPR, you know? If there's a bearish one and then a bullish one, I'm typically just going to highlight the last one that was created, which is the bullish, as in BPRs. That's typically just what I'm going to do. Okay, let me mark this out again. 5 minute. That being said, like literally if it comes all the way here, it's going to be wild. Still looking for 1 minute market structure shift here. So where would that be? You need to, this is the next swing high now. I don't think I need this anymore, this hourly. How's this closing here? Okay. My head hurts. Oh my god. Okay. Stay focused. I wouldn't even demand this. If it created a bullish fair value gap and a BPR under here, then that would be fine. But there's, like, for example, here, there's no bullish FEG. But if this one does create one, then I'll probably look for some longs. We'll see. Let us see. I probably would take it to midnight open, honestly. Well, it depends on how it reacts at the new high of day. Trade the plan the trade. I'm definitely going to stay on the 1 minute today. I don't want to get faked out on 30-second or 15-second. Where's my watermark that I wanted to put in? I had it yesterday. What happened? Watermark. I changed it yesterday, bro. Why didn't you change? Okay, still no bullish fair value gap. Still following bearish order flow on the one. Precision. Patience. Grace. I like that the best. That's going to be my values. Okay, now we'll see if it... keep looking. Now this is the next swing high. Well, depending on how this closes, but probably it's going to close lower. This is not inversion yet, so still waiting. I'm not really waiting for inversion. I prefer to see... right now I'm preferring to see break of this swing high with a bullish fair value gap, then it would be nice. It would have an inversion and a breaker here if it did close there, but we didn't get it yet. Still following bearish order flow into this. This is the first 15-minute candle. It actually closed very well here. You see, wicked 50% of this fair value gap and did really nicely. So, if this candle starts showing bullishness and closing above, I'm definitely going to try longs. Okay. We'll see. I don't think I need that anymore. I would like a close above this. Let's see more energy. Still nothing here. Oh, NQ, you're disappointing me today. But hey, it's good to stay safe. But it doesn't show you what you want to see, then you don't get into the trade. It's simple. Then you stay safe. Okay, it's still following bearish order flow. Oh, it's good. It's 10:50 macro's about to start. We did not do the giveaway yet. I'm actually looking for a trade. If I get into a trade, I'll do it after the trade's over. And if not, then if there's no trade to be held, then we'll do it at like 11ish, 11:10. Question: is this a 5-minute FEG? No, it's just on the 15. Yeah, I mean this one can continue to go. It could go below this one and still wick. It's tricky. It's still at the beginning of this 15-minute candle, so essentially, it's fine. I would want the first or the second candle to be doing that on the 5-minute, essentially. B manipulation, and then the last candle to be to the upside. Then I'll see what happens. That would be the best, actually. The first 5-minute candle of that 15-minute candle to take the previous low just by a little bit and then come back up. But we'll see. Are we having any SMTs yet? Probably not. No. This is very much an ugly move lower too, which is good. It kind of shows, I don't know what it shows exactly. I mean, if it's a high resistance lower, could be turned into a low resistance higher. Okay. What is this candle? This is at 10. So I do wonder, are we going to have an SMT there? Dipping down into this 5-minute order block. Quite that displacement there. That's a 10 a.m. candle here. So we do have some SMT there. If we don't take it in a bit. I don't know. We'll see. It's not looking like it is going to give me my bull idea. So then I'm just staying safe. What can I do? Staying safe from the Schwab.
Streamlines.
What's up, Mickey? Thank you for the donation. Wow, what's happening? Could it retrace the 5-minute bullish fair gap and then take the equal highs up to midnight, or would that invalidate bullish order flow? Also, thanks for mentioning my story on Instagram, probably. Is that what you said? Oh, also thanks for mentioning my story on the podcast. Haha. Oh yeah. Yes, I did mention your story. Mickey is someone who donated to the chat, and thank you for the donation again, because he got a $27,000 dollar payout. Crazy. My mind's a little slow today. Oof, definitely am feeling that bump. I don't think it would, we just did. Would it invalidate? I really don't like the close of this 5-minute candle. And I would have wanted like a quick dip here, but this 15-minute, I think it depends on what the next 5-minute candle does. If we're coming back up into here, we could. It doesn't look too pretty right now. That being said, I'll watch. Now, this is actually now a case where I may be considering an inversion play, you guys. Call your mom. Tanya's might be considering an inversion play. Everyone in Dodgy's Discord. And no, I wouldn't be considering the one to the downside. I'm bullish, that's why. I'll be considering this one. Uh-oh, it's starting to commence. I mean, it's 10:50 macro now, we'll see. I may consider this depending on how we do. It will be extremely, but hey, look at that 15 now. Huh? It's following suit pretty well. Oof, no close yet there. Nope, nothing there yet. But let's take this out now, because I want to see better. I might have to consider this, you guys. It's 10:50 and we're starting to get bullish. We have that SMT at the low here. ES and NQ. I am bullish. 30-second. No, don't. I'm not allowed to go on the 30-second today. Just don't let me do it. Because I want precision, okay? We'll see if this inverts it. Then I'll probably look for a BPR long to, midnight open or highs or whatever. And my stop will probably be something like that. Should I do it here? Maybe I should, but I don't think it should come all the way back down there again on the 15-minute, right? Where would the stop be here? Like this. And hey, maybe it doesn't come back here. But I'm putting my limit fill there. Where's this 30? I'll put my stop like this, actually. That's a good idea. I'm putting my limit in. We'll see. I'm going to try the longs here. It's a decent RR. Yeah. My stop will be 50, 5, 10, 25, I think is a good one. Did I get filled yet? No. What's that low? 37, 75. I put it like one tick above that. So I put it 38. What's my stop going to be? Okay, I'm filled. My stop's at 10.25. It's a decent idea, okay? Even to this high of day, it's like a 2R. And I'll find out quickly if I get stopped out or whatever. Never ever say I don't show my trades. That's really not a good look, by the way. But we'll see how this candle closes. First 30 seconds. It really shouldn't close back below this. I'm not going to move my stop. I put it on based on a 30-second order block. It's like 1, 2, 3 PDRAs would fail here, essentially, in my humble opinion. So we'll see. And if I get stopped out, then I'll just simply wait again for another bullish shift. Well, let's see. It didn't invert this, so that's decent. That's a decent close. Let's see. I'm bullish on the day. I'm holding. I don't think that we should dip more. The last 5-minute candle should go up from here, which is like why I'm okay with my stopping there. Is it difficult to be trading this? Yeah, but I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. It's in the macro, inversion, BPR. You know, some people might be saying your stop's too tight. I think it's fine. I don't think it should come down here, essentially. Is this low? Yeah. So immediately in drawdown here. For 1 minute, I'm in drawdown. Let's see how much time I spend in drawdown before I get stopped out or before it starts expanding towards my direction, right? So we're monitoring that. So I shouldn't spend too much time in the drawdown if I'm correct, right? So like 3 minutes or less. So it's been 2 minutes in drawdown so far. Is it uncomfortable? A little bit. It's a little uncomfortable. But we gotta wait until this 5-minute candle closes. We have 4 minutes left. I think it should be a good candle close to the upside. So I want to see speed now back to the upside. And like I said, I'm gonna take it some off here, but I'm gonna hold for midnight open, you guys. So that would be a 3.3R. So I'm gonna take partial here and then the rest there. So 2R, 3.5R. If it even goes there. If it could also stop me out, I don't know. If it wants to be shaky. Let's see how this 15-minute candle closes in this fair value gap. That's essentially what I'm saying. It's like, I don't want this to invert this. I want it to close back above, meaning this last 5-minute candle should really start expanding back to the upside. Right? If we're thinking in terms of different time frames. So let's see. Precision, patience, grace. So far, I'm very happy. I did take the entry I wanted, which was this. I did put the correct stop, and that's all. We'll see. So far, I'm in drawdown for 1, 2, 3 minutes. Really, it should start expanding now, or else I'm probably going to get stopped out soon. Let's see, there's 2 minutes left in this 5-minute candle. I do want it to come back above this little purple line. In that essence, that will be back in the 15-minute fair value gap. And if it's not, then it's not meant to be today. Then I'll simply take a stop. Watching on the 15, honestly, it makes you chiller. Makes you mad chill. What's this ES doing? It's being decent. Is it me or is it like frozen right now? What the hell? Okay. $5 minute on ES. The thing is, like, am I going to cut it if it does close below? I mean, I'll probably get stopped out quickly. 1 minute left. It's really not looking good, so I might get stopped out. We'll see. Oh, it closed below this. That's not good. I probably should cut it. We'll see if this 1 minute candle what it does. I'm probably going to get stopped out here. Should I say if I sell 5 points? Meh, I don't care that much. Why is my freaking thing... Whatever, you can see on the Ninja Trader what it's doing. There's 1 more minute. I'm going to wait until this 1 minute candle closes. What is going on here? Oh my god. My freaking trading view. Unbelievable. I'm chilling on the 15 right now. We're just going to chill on the 15. If it inverts this, I don't like it. I honestly don't. Ugh, that's bad. Cut it. Cut it, cut it, cut it, or keep it. Cut it or keep it. Probably shouldn't have spent this much time in drawdown. It's probably not going to work. I'm cutting it for negative 19. Okay. And it also inverted the downside. Nope, it's just not meant to be today, I don't think. Sad. I'll put alert in again if it does start showing again. But seriously, I don't want to hold. Oh my gosh, if it starts expanding now towards what I wanted, it's going to be funny. But wait, I'm going to demand to re-enter. I'm going to demand really a shift back up here. Otherwise, it's not worth it, right? Okay, let's start the giveaway. Unfortunately, I always get stopped at the horrible fills, but whatever. Okay. That's bad, but whatever. Negative 20. So I'm happy it goes back like below here, and that's good that I cut it earlier because it's not meant to be here. It closed back below. This BPR really shouldn't have, it should have started expanding. So, and it closed below this. It's not looking good. It's sloppy, it's sloppy. Even if I'm right, it's sloppy. So whatever, followed my plan to the T. So I would say pretty good performance. Even if it's a loss, it's good performance. Okay, so let's see here. Let's do this giveaway thing. Okay. Did I have a lot of mental anguish during the trade? A little bit. So I would say B+ game for performance-wise. But I'm very, very happy I did not just buy this high because, I demanded an entry in BPR for a better RR. And yeah, pretty much it's hanging around here for too long. I would want a low resistance run, so it should have really started expanding already. And the fact that it's really holding here and being very laggy, I'm probably gonna head for the lows. I don't know, for this low. That doesn't mean I want to short though, because it still could. See what it goes up here. Okay, I'm gonna get the giveaway ready. Have a sip of coffee. All in all, I think it was still a good trade idea because we expanded and let me think. Bullish order flow, etc. Followed all my plans. We didn't spend too much time below here, expanded. So really, if we do start displaying, I might re-enter, you guys. I might re-enter. We'll see. Keyword might. Depends. Depends on many factors here. Yeah, it's not displacing. I'm good then. For now. I'd much rather be part of just a quicker move. I don't want it, like I did cut this earlier, like I would still be in the trade probably, and this would come back up around break even, but I really, just the way that my trades work, they're not supposed to be holding and drawdown for a long time. Oh, my bestie Patrick just texted me. Let me know when you're done streaming, because he's like streaming all day today. I'm gonna call into his stream later, talk about the market for today. Okay, go to forms. Okay. Please be patient. Tanya trades. My brain is definitely slower today. Because I think it's the head. Okay. It closed above. No displacements, really. Let's look at the 30-second. Not even the 30-second looks great. So, no. It's not a good action for me to try again. You see, it's not good. Okay. Okay. First name. YouTube name. I'm going to check if you're subscribed. If you're not, then I'll just simply choose a different person. And only one person per entry, please. I mean, no, only one entry per person. Oh, gosh. Or else you'll get disqualified. Email used for, okay. Settings, one per person. Responses, limit to one response. Okay. Okay, who's ready? I'm about to send it in the chat. Woo! Giveaway Friday. I mean, it's ugly, choppy action. Here we are. It's pretty choppy. Yeah, it's ugly reversal, someone said. I know, right? Even to the downside. Failed flag, someone said. That scared TF out of me. Woo! Okay, it's in the chat. I'm gonna pin it too. Enter giveaway here. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's so funny when people say ugly it's so funny. That's ugly. Yeah, I know, right? And, you know, we did expect that to an extent where high resistance, at least, you know, but I still would try this again. Honestly, I don't see an issue. I wouldn't even have gotten, my stop was here. Would not have gotten stopped out yet, but I decided to cut it because there's no reason to be holding in a trade like this, and I don't want to be holding an environment like this. It got invalidated in the sense of, you know, closing below the BPRs on the downside. It's not great. Like, if it started displacing again to the upside, I'll probably try it, but it's not looking good. So I don't want to be part of it. It's fine. I have plenty of time to get back in if it does start to go my way again. Like, I wouldn't be worried if it, or feeling FOMO if it closed above this. That'll be good. Then I'll probably try to take it to midnight open. You know, I can easily, even from here to here, you know, I'd make back my loss and more. So it's not an issue. But we're not seeing clean action here. That's a thing, though. It is high resistance. Like, you can kind of expect that. And I could kind of expect I'll be in the trade for a while. For like 20 minutes or so. I don't know. I don't want to overthink it too much. I'm simply going to re-enter if it starts doing better things. But it's not. Even by, you know, 11:10, it's not doing yummy things. It's not even here. So, I'm okay. No regrets. Market's not giving me what I like to see. How does ES look on the 15? We tapped back into here. We did. But did ES give you a clean? Yeah. Not the cleanest here, like we said. The fact that it's just not, like, it shouldn't spend so much time here. It should have just wicked, maybe like 3 little wickies, and then displace the upside. That's why we're seeing action like this, kind of. So I don't want to get back in here. I don't know. I'm not in the mood to do that. I'd rather just be part of easy runs. Yeah. So I couldn't close above this. There's no reason to get back in. So I do wonder if, you know, do they start expanding it, take out that low? I don't know. it's not really an easy, I don't really see a reason why. I don't know. Either way, I still don't see a reason to really go for shorts. Well, I guess you can say that these are equal lows. But no displacements even on the downside. Right? You're not seeing any close. You had this one, but, it came into a bullish PDRA. So, close below this. I'll tape read this. I'll simply tape read it. I'm not going to take the short if there is one. But you see here, not even a close below this. I mean, it's kind of ugly. It's pretty ugly here. We really are just chopping. Okay, you guys, I'll give you guys like, let me see. And I'm totally chilling. If you take a 20-point loss, 25-point loss, it's not a big deal, especially if you go smaller. 5 micros. Typically on that trade, what it said for my little risk reward is I could take like 8 micros, but I go lower. Or sometimes I'll go with 10 or 15, or too many, but it's not the conditions to do so. And I'm not phased, especially since my winners, get like 100, 135 points on the runners, right? And on the first targets of my winners, it's typically like 40, 50 points. So this is what I do this is a really important tool, you guys. It's really helpful. If you want to pay attention right now while we wait for people to finish their giveaway forms, we'll see how many people filled it out. Right, let's see. 716 responses. You have like 5 more minutes. We'll do it. We'll do it when the stream hits. How many likes do we have on here right now? When the stream hits 1,000 likes. Okay, so really, really nice tool here. This risk reward tool, the long and the short position. Okay, you can customize this and make a template based on how much you want to risk. So you see here, I will typically risk $450 a trade, right? You can put whatever you want for account size. I just put 4,500 because that's the max. I'll typically say like do the max drawdown for your funded account. So like 150K is for 4,500 typically. I'll risk 10%, right? So that's a risk of $450 per thing. You could also just put like whatever you want to do. Like if you want to risk $300 and you put 100%, right? And you can do it like that. So let's keep that there. So now this risk reward tool is automatically based on where you drew this. It's going to tell you how many NQ contracts to take, right? So let's say this is not a trade. Okay. Just taking an example, let's say it's this, right? The stop is 18 points. You see it's adjusting the quantity here. Quantity 0.8. That means you should take 8 micros. So now you don't have to be calculating, doing math in your head about the stop loss and how many you should take. Okay. And let's see, watch me adjust this stop loss and the quantity will go up, right? Because now you could have more contracts with that smaller stop if you're risking 300, right? So really good tool there. You set it as a template, right? Do like save as template, save as whatever, and then whatever you want to do. And then do that on the short tool as well, because they're different tools. Okay, it didn't close below this. Now it's after 11:10. I don't know what I'll do. So that's a nice little shortcut there for people, right? So you're going to now avoid over leveraging if you have this set up. And it's always better to round down, okay? It's like 0.5 0.53, whatever, round to 0.5, which is 5 micros. You know, if you're on the NQ one and it shows a quantity of less than 1, you know, there's 10 micros in a mini. Obviously, 0.5 is going to be 5 micros. If you do this on the micro chart, it'll probably show, it's going to show the full 5. There, this is now the micro chart. Long. See, now it says 6. Depends on whatever you're charting on, right? Now it says quantity 6. Okay, but this is really ugly action, bro. I don't know, I tried a long. Didn't work out. Cut it before I went to my stop, but I don't want to. You see, I'm kind of happy I'm not holding it here. Be in this trade for how many minutes then? And went nowhere. Literally nowhere. For 24 minutes. Yeah, no thanks. Okay. The longer it kind of stays here, more likely it's not going to, like, you know, more likely it's going to go lower. I mean, look at now. That's funny. Let's see if that even expands lower. I don't know. It's really not. I don't like it. Even for the downside, I don't like the structure. So let's do the giveaway. Hit that like button. We're going to do it when it hits. There's 2,000 people here, so when it hits 1,000 likes, just need 100 more likes on this stream. I just like to see it go up. I'm going to sip my coffee. $9.48. Oh, that's so funny to see that happen. Okay, you guys have literally like probably 1 more minute for the giveaway to enter. Okay, 1,000 likes. Let's start it. Let's go. 800 people. Okay. 800 people signed up. Let's go. Clear the emails out. And so it's random number generator. 2 to 835. So anyway, I think it's totally okay to try, you know, one trade in this kind of environment. And then if you find out it's still choppy, then you just paid the price and that's fine. What's not okay is to overtrade this. This is really, you really have to now demand way more from price. Okay, so let me see here. Random number generator. 2. Okay, let's put it up on the big screen. Let me make sure everything's Gucci. Okay. So 2 to 835. Okay, drum roll, please. We're giving away 5 50K starter accounts from My Funded Futures. Okay, and what I like about this is like there's no activation fee. So after you pass, there's no fee. You don't have to pay for data fees either, okay? And what was the other thing I want to say? They have a clear path to live. What did I want to say? I think that's it. Let's just get started. I got a headache. Okay, 105. First winner. Lucky number 105. Dun 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 dun. Oh, I gotta move it a little bit more to the right. 105. Congrats to Omar. Omar Valdez 4928. First winner. 4 more. Drum roll, please. 351. Bum ba da dum. I think that's a trumpet. Bum ba da dum. Drum roll is more like. Okay, 351. Jacob. D. Devaney, congrats. Right, it was 351. Cool, cool, cool. Congrats to the second winner. Third winner. Drum roll, please. 577. It's actually pretty evenly dispersed. I think the last time it was all around like the 300s or something. So, but you never know how it's gonna go. 577. Congrats to Arun Kumar. Okay. Number 4, 335. And there you go, NQ's going lower. It's nothing really, it's an ugly market. 334, right? 335, okay. Good thing I double checked. 335, congrats to Reggie M. Okay, last one. Last winner is 255. Congrats to Luciana. Cool. Congrats to the winners. It's going to be added to your account. You know, as you see here, it's an ugly market, very choppy, slow grinds, very ugly. Look at ES, very, very ugly. So stay safe today. It's going to be added to your accounts, and I'll see you back next week here on the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And thanks all for all the support from my viewers on that podcast. That was fun. And I'll see you back here next week. So be safe, everybody. It is a Friday, Capital Preservation Friday. I took one trade, just did not work out. I'm very happy I did cut it then earlier, right? Because all you did, I was like a slow burn. And that's it. That's it. Mental preservation and capital preservation Friday. And have a great weekend, everybody. Love you. Bye.